Hello and welcome to the NORC NASCAR iRacing series, coming to you live from Talladega Speedway for the running of the Dixieland 250. And with the starting order, row number 1, we've got the 29 Hunter Combs to his outside the narrow one, and Jarrett Nerling.
In row number 2, we have the number 25 of Tyrell Baker and the number 74 of John Berry.
In row 3, we have Femi Ola in the number 3, and Spencer Owens on his outside in 6th.
Take a look at row number 4 here with number 97 James Karambay, and to his outside the number 31, I gotta bring my groceries in, Ken Henry.
In row number 5, number 8 of Josh Potato Robin, and to his outside number 4, Ryan Marin.
Starting back in row 6, we got Timothy Moore, king of pit stops, and Nathan Duenas starting in 12th.
And row number 7, got the number 44 Anthony Emery, pro and IndyCar driver, and to his outside number 03 Chris DeSong. I'm gonna screw someone up.
In row number 8, we have the 89 of Sean Williams and the number 28 of Cody Miller.
Row 9, we got Colin Bauer making an appearance back, and DeMonte Dotson in 18th.
And round out the top 20, or somebody of Aaron Smith to his outside, number 67 Andrew Jones. So we have a 22 car field here, taking on the high banks of Talladega Speedway. We got 94 laps, 250 miles. The cars here drive a little bit differently compared to the Xfinity cars you used to seeing in this league. They don't really suck up as well, and also they got that little bubble of air behind them like they do in real life. So this race is going to be a little bit different from what we're used to seeing. Won't see that much tandem drafting, probably a little bit more spread out. Anyway, that Porsche pace car will head down into pit road here, and we got a long way until we get to the green flag. Hunter Combs and Jarrett Darling will lead him to the green. And
here we go.
Green flag's out, and we're underway for the Dixieland 250 here at Talladega.
Already to 74 from the 1 going into 1. They might have a run here to get clear of that bottom line if you're able to stay hooked up like that. But not quite, as they get kind of spread out there, and those front 3 in the bottom are pulling ahead now.
Yeah, you can already see the separation already take place here. These cars, for a reason designed, there's a bubble of air that gets right behind them. And you can't really get all the way up to the rear bumper to push unless they kind of start riding the brake. So you're going to see quite a bit different race. You won't see any tandem drafting hardly at all. As you already see, the bottom lane is already pulled out with 3 cars there, as the outside line of the 1 and the 74 draw back in line. And Hunter Combs with a push from Tyrell Baker. Looks like he's going to lead this first lap.
Yeah, it's single file all the way back. I think you guys just want to ride around for a little while.
Yeah, if you go up to the top by yourself, you're just going to fall back positions. Someone's extremely lagging terribly there.
Yeah, some of them really off connection. The whole field is single file. Kind of looks like an ARCA race right now. Oh,
yep.
we got,
but again, this is 94 lap, so a long way. You want to get you to the end, no resets. So, keeping the car clean, very important here. As you see the 92 and the 31, maybe thinking about poking out to the outside, but they stay back in line.
Yeah, I know Peyton Henry. He's extremely good on plate tracks for some reason.
But somebody will pop to the outside. Not everyone's going to run single file all race long. Someone's going to get bored and go to the outside. As we see Femi Ola, he's going to go up there first.
Yeah, we see multiple cars forming that second lane on top.
You got the 1 and the 74 trying to go with Femi on the outside. Spencer Owens joining them. And they're just not really connected, though. They got to be pushing to get that run on them 2 guys. But it worked out for Femi. He was ahead and he's going to take the lead from Hunter Combs.
Now it's 2 on the top. Oh, here's some help. Oh, no. Are they going to stay up or with them? I think they are. I thought they were not going to have any help and just fall all the way back.
If Femi made it look easy, he'd get the lead there, but now the 1 leading that outside line will be able to do the same thing, getting from John Berry here as they go into 1. They were single file. Now we're pretty double file throughout a lot of the pack here.
Move someone off onto the apron. Tyrell Baker down the bottom.
your Daytona winner there, getting out of this pack here up front. Looks like it's Anthony Emery too, slowing down with him.
See that inside line, just there's no one there now.
See if that one will be able to get pushed from John Barry here to get the run. Josh Robin right behind him in third. Caden Henry and Nathan Duenas there on the outside with them. 5 against 3 here up front.
See if they can get that big drive of turn number 2.
And it looks like the one kind of has a little bit of advantage coming off turn 2 here. Getting the push. Will he be able to clear the 3 here? Man, that car's continuing to lag back there. And he will drop to the bottom and take the lead here.
2 packs are kind of forming right here now. There's a big gap between them and the single file cars now. Oh, look at this shot.
Yep, up above here. Josh Robin there with the second car on the outside now trying to push. We're on board here. So you can see the one blocking the outside line back to the inside.
I believe this is Hunter Combs.
Yeah.
See the 5, no help on the bottom, but he's trying to side shot to stay up there.
And it's so hard to suck up these cars we were talking about at the beginning, and you can see he's wide open, but not able to do anything there on the inside.
And that's not the only thing that's sucking. So anyway, back at the ranch.
Now the one's blocking here. Look at this.
Yeah, blocking the 74 car.
The bottom line's where you want to be, though, definitely here. But the outside line has had a couple cars be able to take the lead from up there now. Now the 74, no help, only Caden Henry up there.
Yeah, he's not close enough at all to give any sort of push. I see the one. Jared Arling just kind of breaking the drive, swerving over the place like a drone. And here comes the 3 of Femi looking to the outside. That car is flying. He actually is driving a old Dale Earnhardt Goodrich scheme, but training paint's kind of a bit of an issue. That's why several cars here don't have a paint scheme. That's why Nathan's car looks a little bit different. Ryan Mann's car looks quite a bit different. Let's take this overhead shot to see. We're going to make it.
And the one tried to block it. They're going to go. We're going to split him here. 3 wide for the lead.
Into the sucker hole he goes.
Yeah, I think the one was trying to do a little bit too much blocking there, and they had enough of it and split him.
Yeah, and there goes a 3 of Fitme. Oh, here comes Ada Josh Robin to the inside here.
Josh Robin, another good plate race, led a lot of laps at Daytona, came up just short. He's going to take the lead here, but he's got Femi riding his outside here, getting the push from the 1. He's going to clear him.
Now, the thing that we saw at, Daytona, that was the old surfaces, really bumpy, and the outside line there actually had a bit of advantage over the inside line at Daytona, the way the track was. And with the bumps kind of caused a bit of separation, let you get a little bit bigger runs, but this track is so smooth and everyone's so on top of each other, you don't get the run that you would on a bumpier track, and that's why you see some of these guys, they just stall out a lot when they try to make that outside line work. It's just that you don't have the bumpiness that kind of spread out the bomb lane.
See, I'm on board here with the 1 on the outside leading that charge, trying to get the run, but they seem to get the run on the straightaway, but in the corner, that bottom line just pulls right back ahead of everybody. And now we see some different cars coming up here. The 92, the 89, Sean Williams, Timothy Moore's joined this lead pack.
Yeah, another thing you don't really you see on here compared to real life, that iRacing doesn't really model side drafting that well. If it actually models it at all, I'm not really sure, but I definitely know it isn't as strong as it would be in real life. And you see these guys on the top lane, when they pinch these cars on the bottom lane down, they slow them down and kind of like allow some separation between the cars on the bottom lane, and that will help the outside line. But since there's no side draft here, you can't do that, and that bottom lane will stay really well organized throughout most of the run. Looks like the 92.
Oh, wow.
Seems to be more. It looks like he's trying to look to go to the outside here, but thought
He has
about
no
it.
help.
He's on board. I
Sean
believe,
Williams in the
yeah,
92
Sean
goes
Williams.
up.
Yeah, 92 goes up, but Sean Williams will take advantage of that, and oh, there's no one up there with him at all. And that was the. I think he was going to go up there. I'm hoping that maybe Sean would go with him, but as you see, he's going to freight train.
Yeah, it's amazing to see when these guys, how do they decide when they want to go and when they don't. They either calm down or really get wild.
Yeah, we went a couple laps there where the whole field was double file, and now we're back to this single file the deal. As the one now by himself up there. Oh, Nathan's going to go with him.
And Nathan giving him a push, or try to push him. It's just so hard to get to the rear bumper on these cars.
See, he gets beside the 5, beside the 74, has a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, I think like, you really need at least 4 cars, I think, to really make the outside line go. And anything less than that, it's just, like you see, everyone just bailed on him. Now the one's up there by himself. And once he kind of loses the run, he's going to fall back. Here comes Ken Henry.
Oh.
Getting a push.
Yeah, keep your eye on Caden. He's really good at getting his way up to the front.
Yeah, he's running a bit of a throwback Kurt Busch scheme. Kurt Busch, I think he used to run that back in 2003, 2004 when he was still with Roush. But Jarrett will go back onto the bomb line behind Spencer. No, he gets a little bit of running. He'll peek back out to the outside again.
Yeah, he was trying to get a little bit of draft from Spencer there to get a run again. But he needs more cars up there with him, and just everyone is satisfied with being on that bottom.
This is a really, really long race. And, you know, some of these guys are just, you know, with no resets here, feel like the best option right now really is just kind of ride around.
And yeah, they're all single file.
And the thing is, you know, once you're in the back in the middle of the pack and you get these huge runs, you kind of get into the state where you kind of want to go and do some of it. But these cars, you don't really get the runs, and it kind of, I guess, lessens the temptation of making a run up there. See, we're just got a train of cars here on the bomb lane.
Yep.
Now in real life, all these guys be right next to the wall, but on iRacing, all the way down to the bottom. As you see,
yeah, it just doesn't work on here doing the outside line.
And back to single file again.
Famiola just continuing to lead this thing with Josh Robin in second. You got Hunter Combs, Sean Williams, John Barry, your top 5 right now, 12, 13 laps into this thing.
I noticed TCB and Cody Miller in the back there are usually up front. I guess they're trying to save their cars for the long run.
Yeah, and Terrell Baker is one who just always seems to be at the front of these things at the end of the race, at the plate races, so I'd expect him to be there at the end. As you see, the teammates of the one and Caden go to the outside again, trying to get something going.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think I've seen Squinty pull up behind him too.
Yeah, it's Terrell Baker.
DeShong up here now, and James Karambe.
The thing about Terrell Baker, he didn't win the race back in Daytona. He was balanced side by side with Josh Robin. Was able to beat him towards the line.
With his help with his teammate.
Yeah, Cody Miller got turned into Terrell Baker and actually propelled him forward, and that's what gave him the win. And see, we got Jared Darling trying to lead that outside line again and getting a little bit of push from Ken Henry.
Yep. They seem to have a little bit of, they get little runs, but just not enough. They need more cars out there. It's just really tough with there's only 3 of them compared to, you know, the 10 that are on the inside line.
Yeah, everybody's content with the bottom right now.
Yep.
They're getting a big run right now. They're getting up there.
Yeah, they got by DeShong, James, and now side by side with Spencer here, but then they kind of stall out again.
Then they're starting to get more cars. There's 4 cars up there, which is about what they need. But the last 2 cars not good. That'd be Nathan Williams, and I believe that is the 92 of Timothy Moore. Just they don't. That's in these cars. You just don't get to run like you do in the Xfinity cars. I mean, you get behind somebody and you know, oh, you're going faster than the drive. The problem is the person in front of you, he's going just as fast, and it's just you just can't. You just don't get enough of a run on the guy in front of you.
Yeah, and only being 16 laps in, everybody in the bottom is just so content right now. Now we got 5 poking up to the outside here. Oh! Oh, man! Well, I am
in the
dead.
bench fence, Jared Darling.
I was not expecting
just chilling
that.
there. That came out of nowhere. Everything was so the whole race. And wow.
Wow.
He just got launched into the catch. That car just turned and it hooked so violently, and it just
That was
went up
unbelievable. It happened so fast, and Caden gets. I don't know if Caden got into him and got him sideways, or we needed a better angle than that, and someone drove underneath him. Oh my gosh. And he is stuck in the catch fence.
On board, this is going to be a ride here.
Wow.
Here he goes.
Yeah, he just lost it. He wasn't even turning his wheel, and he just went around.
Let's see, on board with Caden. Let's see if there's any contact.
I mean,
he got a little sideways, but he just hooked to the right. That was unbelievable.
I believe the contact came after he was already spinning.
Now that angle, he was sideways before. I don't know. He just got loose. So here we go.
Yeah, it's just so hard to tell. Like, I mean, it's just slight contact. If it was contact, it makes me think that car almost broke loose by itself before it even got hit, which is so odd to see at a place like this. On board, Matt Hummel.
Yeah, things were so calm this whole race and just turned crazy right there. And somehow, that's only a 1-car incident.
And pit road will be open. I expect a lot of people coming out here to take fuel, but some guys might take 2 tires. Tires are not that important here, so we might see some 2-tire takers.
Get some track. Here they come.
Yep. Everyone coming out pit road. Now we're gonna have an interview with Jared Darling, who passed away in that race. Jared, tell us how it is to be dead. And we'll be seeing you on season 8 of The Walking Dead. It'll be on AMC as we see Kane Henry with no front end will miss his pit stall. There goes the 92, and Matt Hummel passes pit stall as well. I believe they missed it. And Jared Darling, who was being currently airlifted to the nearest hospital. I don't know why he's been pronounced dead on arrival. And Fiola, who the cars who actually did went down in their pit stalls, will be the first one off pit road. And here comes the rest of the field.
And that just shows the score right there. The one right there, you know, wins the race last week and then flips into the fence this week.
Yeah, he's going to be dead last this week. So we're going to be doubled up for the restart. Femi and Josh Roman will be your front row. Hunter Combs, Sean Williams in the second row, and 74 in the 5 of Spencer Owens in the third row. Pace car going to pull off here. And again, these guys can go whenever they want to between the green and got a little bit stacking up here. Femi playing some games starting that restart.
And I think that might have been planned for Josh to let him in there. And he easily gets in front and leads this thing once again here as we go back green.
Everybody fighting to get to the bottom.
Yeah, 3-car breakaway already. See, they're going to let Sean Williams in that line. They will.
Single file before the turn 2.
Now this is a chance for all those guys at 3rd, 4th, 5th on back to get this big run right here and maybe go to the outside and clear these so you think get a big run. But everyone's got to go at the same time too. So, you know, if just the 74 and the 63 go, I don't think they'll be able to do it.
Yeah,
then again, we are also only 20 laps into this thing.
Yeah, I don't know. These guys aren't getting. That doesn't really seem like they're getting that much for a run. It seems like, again, it's that bubble here. Once you get by like 2 car lengths to 3 car lengths behind the car in front of you, you just stall out. And you know they're there, but they're just not. They're not gaining enough to really make a move. And it looks like they're going to try to look to the outside. There goes the 74.
And will Deshaun go with him? Doesn't look like it. He's
no.
going to go to the bottom and take that spot. You know, track position, being up there on the bottom's important, and John Barry's got no help up there.
So he's got open and come back down.
Oh, yeah, you might let him in, yeah.
Yeah.
Early in the race, you're going to see that. 10 laps to go, you will not see that.
No. And something that you're kind of starting to see throughout the corners is these cars are actually starting to pick up the rubber that's been laid down on the racetrack. You notice, like, on the very bottom line, it's actually starting to get a little bit wider. These cars are not going for the corners with enough side force or side load to put rubber down, but they're actually starting to pick that rubber up. And you're starting to notice there is a bit of a thin line where the track's actually starting to become a little bit clean on the bottom line. So, something interesting to kind of keep the eye out on. See, these guys are really tight on each other. As we go take a look further back in the field, you got Ryan Marin all the way back there by himself.
Yeah, and that's not good for him. He's being that far back, he will not be able to suck back up and join these guys, so he's going to lose his draft. A lot of these guys back here are just content with riding, I think, right now. One guy back there who was up front, Timothy Moore, is back in 18th now, back in that he was up front earlier. Just really not a whole lot going on right now. We're single file here.
And I think Ryan Marin, I think he has officially lost the draft. And yeah, he's going to be hoping for a caution. But I think the way this race is going to shape up, I think he's going to go a lap down way before the caution comes out. These guys are just not really, I mean, they're just not pushing it whatsoever. So while we got a moment here,
Colin Bauer too leading.
Yeah,
Colin. Draft. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, this track. Some things that are really interesting about Talladega Super Speedway in real life. This track was built back in the late '60s. Brian Fannis, senior, wanted to build a bigger and better Daytona. And actually, I think this track was originally, I think it was planned to be built somewhere around in Mississippi. But eventually got built here in Talladega. As we see a couple of cars here starting to peak on the outside line here. Got one car down on the bottom. But this track actually got completed in 1969. That's where the first NASCAR race took place here, was in 1969. This also was the site of the very first drivers' boycott. A lot of the drivers, the driver union was actually led by Richard Petty at the time, were really concerned about the high rate of speeds and the tire wear. And they formed a boycott, and actually very first Talladega races actually was done with a bunch of fill-in drivers. Actually, I think from what I heard, Richard Petty actually punched Brian France in the face. And also noticed after that race, the driver union was broke up. Some other interesting facts about this race too. There's a rumor that it was built on ancient Indian burial ground. The track is actually haunted. There's been several drivers here. I think Alan Kawicki, I believe, was killed in a helicopter crash here, I believe in 93 or 94. There is, of course, there's been really nasty wrecks. We've seen like drivers go into the cat fin. We saw, I think one driver even said, I think it was Bobby Isaac, I might be wrong there, but actually took his car off the racetrack because he heard a voice telling him to park the car, and later in that race there was a really awful crash. But there's been some really strange occurrences that have happened at this racetrack in real life. But as we take a little break from that conversation, we'll continue on with that later on. Get out of the paranormal activity. Yeah, we actually got some racing going on here, Daryl. We get the outside line actually starting to form up a little bit.
Yeah, they're making some ground big time.
Yeah, if I just talked about the track being haunted, they're like, oh, it's time to race, we gotta get away from the ghost. And we see Colin Bauer back there. He is completely lost his grip. And I said Nathan Duenas, this grip out on the outside. They're making some progress here.
Definitely moving up right here. This is 6th place. They've got side by side with Sean Williams here. Anthony Emery, we haven't seen him make a way to the front. He's maybe tired of riding around the back. He's going to follow Caden Henry and Nathan here. Now that they are definitely making ground. They are side by side with 4th now.
Yeah, that outside line is definitely making some progress. And there goes Hunter Combs, and I think the 74 just hopped up to the outside line as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to.
We're racing now. Here's Hunter Combs.
Hunter Combs.
All these guys on the outside might get him.
Yeah, it finally happened. For me, he's going to go up there and try to block that run. He's going to try to use that bubble of air to kind of stall out that outside line. But he goes back to the inside. Here
that gave them even more draft, and now Hunter Combs is side by side for him for the lead.
Yeah, we actually have racing going on here at Talladega. And now, it looks like the bottom line there is starting to get a little bit more organized. Got some faster cars up there. But this is going to be so hard to complete that pass on the outside line. It's just so hard to kind of push that guy up there the way to drive this with these cars.
And they got that run, but then now it's starting to stall out again.
And they're going
29 needs to, drag the brake just a little bit so they can get a run here again. Get those guys all connected.
And the thing is, all those cars on the outside line, I say probably the first 3 to 4 cars are all probably full throttle. I know for a fact that the 74 is full throttle because I am the 74. But you got your foot all the way next to the firewall, and you're just not going any quicker. These cars, they just don't suck up that well. Let's see.
Now you see there's a gap there. Will one of those guys take that bottom line, or are they going to try to 74?
Yeah,
thinking about they're going to both get to the inside line. Well, not quite. Still a long way to go, only about a third of the way through this race, but at least we got some racing going on here. Oh, that was close there. It looked like Hunter Combs and Chris Deschamps.
Just shows how fast you can go from single file to pack racing in a matter of 2 laps.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys were just tired of that. They want to race here, and now the 74 has a little bit of a run. Hunter Combs was leading that line, but now he's 4th on the inside as, one car gets pushed up the track.
Yeah,
there.
I think that might have been Matt Hummel going up really high. Actually, 3 wide back there. But see, it seems like these guys, they get right at the second, almost up to the lead, and they just start to stall out a little bit. I tell you one thing, Nathan Duenas is really pushing that 74.
That 18 is pretty strong today. He's
look
at
Femi's
blocking that line, and we might be 3 wide for the. Nope, Femi's gonna get back down.
Yeah, he was able to get back down quick enough. That's the thing that when you pull that kind of block, that's a dangerous block. We see Josh Robin going down the apron, and Femi also going down the apron. That's
gonna help the 74 and the 18 and all of them, and they are gonna take over this lead. Femi is sideways.
I wonder what that was all about. I don't know why. It seems like it was in a pretty good position. I'm not sure why they gave it up like they did. Unless they thought it was getting a little bit too racy and they thought there might have been an accident and they just want to get out of it. But I think where they're at right now might honestly be a worse spot.
Oh yeah, that's worst position, I would think. The 2 strongest cars so far in this race going to the back. Yeah,
those 2 are definitely working together. But I'm not really sure why they thought it was a good idea to go back there. But that would move the 74 up into the race.
That was definitely planned out, though, because both of them did the same thing. So. Now look at Terrell Baker and Cody Miller there.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make any progress at all with just those 2 cars. So what was actually a pretty good pack race going on is going back all the way back to single file again. So meanwhile, let's go back to the Talladega Honda story here. It was the 1973. I had to bring up the Wikipedia article to make sure I know what I was talking about. It was the 1973 Talladega 500. It was Larry Smith who died due to head injuries in a solo crash. And in that same race, it was Bobby Isaac, I think I did get that right, who parked his car because the boys told him to park it. In the 1974 Winston 500, a crew member for Serpinski lost part of his leg in a pit road accident.
Yeah, this place is just brutal.
Then the Talladega 500 of the same year, a dozen cars had their fuel lines and brake lines sabotaged. They were cut. Let's see, in the 1975 Winston 500, Randy Owens, who was a brother-in-law of Richard Petty and was a crew member, was killed in an air tank that exploded in the pits.
Oh my God.
Davey Allison died in a helicopter crash in '93. And so, yeah, there's been a lot of really bizarre stuff that has happened in this racetrack. Of course, we had the that one fan who stole the pace car back. I think that was in the early '90s or late '80s. And of course, this is also inside the track where Bobby Allison, where he flew in the catch fence in '87, and that brought on restricted plates for for Daytona Talladega the following year. Though I also set the fastest pole lap ever in NASCAR here at 212 miles an hour. We also had the fastest ever NASCAR race here set by Mark Martin in '97. The fastest race in NASCAR history. I believe that was 198 miles an hour average. And of course, I start talking about Honda and Talladega stuff. We're back to racing here again.
And now the 3 and the 8 who went to the back, they're starting to head up front. I'm just not really sure why they did that. Now they're trying to go back up to the front. Maybe they got bored.
Yeah, well, the way this race is going, and it's a strong possibility he might have gone bored. But
Hunter Combs, wow, he is really pushing that 29 up to the front. Your pole sitter there, who really hasn't led since just the green flag waved. He's going to try to take the lead of this race, getting a good push.
And we do have a car up here that's about to go a lap down. I believe that might be the 4 of Ryan Marin. We saw him lose a drive much earlier in this run. And I believe it's going to get to the point, where these guys are going to end up swallowing him up. And I'll probably be like maybe 5 to maybe 7 laps later, but we've probably seen the 26 going a lap down as well. Yeah, that is the 4 Ryan Marin, okay.
Yeah. And Ryan Marin, usually strong on these tracks, kind of weird to see him losing the draft and going to be going a lap down here. So 74 continues to lead on that inside line. Nathan Duanis pushing him.
And we're about 20 laps away from the last caution. These guys will probably have like 15 more laps on this, fuel run here before they have to come back down pit road. Yeah, but these guys are going to be catching Ryan Marin, and Ryan Marin is going to be hoping for a caution before they get to the 26 of Colin Bauer. Colin Bauer, I believe, is about probably 10 seconds ahead of him in this group.
And I don't think he's even going to be able to hang with this guy. They just are so much faster. I think he's going to lose the draft even again here, trying to stay with these guys. He'll try to get in line here, but I don't think he's going way too slow.
No, he's not going to get enough to suck off this group. He's going too slow. He's just not going to be able to maintain them.
Now Femi and Josh, you see him to the inside now, running in 4th and 5th. They saw they weren't going anywhere once they got side by side with it before the 18.
And it looks like the 29. He's trying to get outside. Of course, as soon as wow,
he blew James there. That was close.
That was
big.
I don't think he was intentionally trying to block him. I think he was just trying to get back in line. I don't think he realized that 97 was pulling up that quickly on him. That was almost a disaster.
It just shows how important to get to that inside line is.
3
now
wide.
Caden's going to 3 wide.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be left out, yeah. Terrell Becker will not be going with him. I don't know if this kind of has like a kind of an old school, like, mid-90s like NASCAR plate race feel to it, where, it's kind of like mostly single file. You kind of see a couple cars run double file, but you're not seeing that huge, triple file, 30 cars in one pack kind of racing going on. It's kind of a little bit more subdued, something like you see back in the mid-90s. Not many lead changes so far. I think the only leaders we've had so far in this race have been the 29, the 3, and the 74. And here comes the 97 James Crombie. Making that outside line work. He kind of, I think he might have accidentally gone up there, but I think it's starting to pay dividends as he's now, even with Vimy, the fourth car in that line, now he's getting up there with Chris DeSong.
Yeah, and look who's right behind James there, the 25 Trail Baker. He's finally wanting to go to the front here. Now we're getting a little racy once again.
It's like before, Ryan Marion has a car that's hooked up with him, but I don't think that's going to really help him too much. Because especially if they put it out in the 26 a lap down. 26 get merged with this pack, then there'd be no way they can catch him. They're running a lot of camber here for Talladega. Just now noticed that.
We're on board, trying to keep it low there, try to side drive, if anything. But he's by himself there and losing ground once again.
Yeah, well, we got 3 cars in outside line. Now we might have a 4th car up there. It looks like Spencer Owens. It's kind of hard to tell because we're like a mile away from, the track. But it looks like Spencer Owens. Yeah, he jumped up there. Cody Miller.
Look at the 8 and
oh, look at this.
2 fast cars going up to the outside now. And they have a run. They are going to have a run off turn 4 here.
Yeah, and they're also got the Castanero lap down car here. You see, and they're starting, like, they kind of pull out there wide, but looks like they're starting to get a little bit of run in it. That middle section of the Packer is kind of spread out just a little bit.
And then to left the 97 there through the trial. Now it's just so hard to stay connected here.
Okay, we're about to have a battle for the Lucky Dog spot. They're about to put the 26 of Colin Bauer a lap down here. These guys, I think, are going to go up and get a draft off them, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yep, that might help them. See him pull up beside John Barry there at the 74.
Yeah, that little suck they got off the 26 definitely did help. Got the 18 and Nathan Duenas here really shoving this 74. That's what we've seen him. It's that back bumper.
He's been right behind that 74 this whole run basically since they took the lead, but here comes the 3 and the 8.
They got a really good run there for the trial. Well, it seems like the runs they get with these cars seems like just really random, it seems like.
Yeah.
So you got the
and
first
Caden
one.
had enough for the bottom.
Yeah, he was jumping up there. Well, that's the thing, once you kind of get pinned down there on the bottom lane, especially when they start packing up, you can't really do anything. So the best thing really to do, is to jump to the outside line and gives you a little, some more options than being stuck down there on the bottom. Oh, there's the contact.
Sideways. This is gonna be big.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's gonna take out a bunch of cars. Bunch of cars with damage here in this one.
Terrell Baker, that car's junked.
Oh man, Nathan Duenas running in 2nd place. That's the first car we saw get sideways. Let's take a look at the replay here.
He got hooked.
Wow. And that happened right at the front of the field. Nowhere to go for all these guys. And look at them all just piling.
Terrell Baker just murdered Nathan. Nathan came out and
it looks
took
like,
out.
Look at, Hunter Combs has been there. Your sitter, Anthony Emery, with a lot of damage.
Whoever's ever driven that monster car got a lot of damage in that as well.
Yeah, that's Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Emery, yeah. I think, he got a lot of damage in that as
wow,
well.
Josh, Robin, and Henry just get by.
Oh, man.
That was the hard hit there. I think that was James in the 97.
Yeah, James, that car is missing the front end. That car's junked.
Tough break for them. Hunter Combs spinning there. Your pole sitter, I think Sean Williams might have got a pivot too. But, I mean, watch the 8 and the 31 here barely get by.
Well, yeah, both those guys did a good job. They saw that, accident happen below them. Both of them turned up to miss it. But yeah, the accident was caused by, like, Deshaun there. He kind of got into the inside quarter panel of the 18 and just turned him across the field. As long as you're centered, you can push through the corners, but once you get on that left side, no telling what that car is going to do. It's a 74 will lean down pit road.
That's it, we got that, these guys have been pushing all race long, and just one little misjudgment right there causes a big pileup like that. And tough break for Terrell Baker, who is destroyed. He is out of this race.
74 just missed his pit stall. That might cost him here. Track position is so important for him to slide through. He might not come out with the lead.
And Hunter Combs also got some damage in that thing too. So Femi is going to win the race off pit road. Look at Caden Henry coming out second.
See Hunter Combs, he had quite a bit of damage there. I don't think on the rear bumper, getting that fixed. Looks like Spencer Owen is fixing some damage. I think there's several cars back there. I think Anthony Emery's back there. Christian Songs. Sean Williams also has some damage in it as well. So we're going to be doubled up for the restart.
Yeah, there might have been 7 or 8 cars that were involved or got a piece of that wreck. That's a pretty big wreck there for the, 20-car field we have. So.
And the green flag's back out, running away, and we got the 8. I got the 3 and the 8. They already taken
somebody
off.
in the back did not go.
Yeah, might have been in the wrong gear. But they will go ahead and take over the race lead. And yep, the 3 and the 8 back up front here at Talladega.
Yeah, both these restarts, the 3 and the 8, have been working together, kind of timing these restarts to get in line together.
We'll get here's the 40 for Anthony Emery, and they're coming back on track. Now that car is not going to go all that fast.
Yeah.
But missing that much of the front.
Yeah, he had a big piece of that right there. And now these guys up front right here, these 8 cars, probably the only cars with no damage now in this race.
Yeah, I believe that Colin Bauer was also able to get the lucky dog through that wreck because he just went a lap down when the wreck happened.
Yep. And now Ryan Marin is still stuck a lap down.
Yeah, so he's going to definitely need another yellow to come out.
And we got Cody Miller now up in the top 5. This is the highest we've seen him all race. He made it through that wreck. That's what he was trying to do, staying in the back, and now he's up front.
Now Ryan Marin, he is in this. Well, he's in that little second group back here. And so he's only car has to worry about for Lucky Dog is himself.
And then it's packed back there. It's Hunter, and that's Andrew Jones and the 67 behind him. Spencer Owens, Colin Bauer, Ryan Marin. I think those cars are all clean besides Hunter. I think he's the only one with damage back there.
I believe the 5 has some damage also.
So that damage of Hunter, he might be holding those guys back just a little bit, as it looks like it.
Now we're getting a little racy up here up front. Ken Henry getting a push from the 74.
Cody Miller's not going to go with them. He's going to go to the inside. It's only 2 cars. Timothy Moore jumps up to the outside. Seemed like Femi and Josh were really the only ones on the outside that were able to make it work in this race, basically, to get the pass for the lead. And wow, the 92, I don't know what happened. That car is, like, has no power or something.
Yeah, that car has no speed in it at all. I have no idea on that car.
Maybe he didn't get fuel in the car. He might be out of gas or something. I don't know.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time we've seen that happen. Actually, I know that the 74 has actually been complaining this race that he's been having problems where the fuel box has been unchecking and checking itself.
Yeah.
Maybe that happened.
I think that's what happened. I think he's out of gas.
Yeah, that car is not rolling. Well, I mean, it's rolling, but it's not underneath his own power anymore.
Tough break, no, for that guy right there.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
But take a look who's in third right now.
Yep.
Cody Miller.
Oh, Cody Miller.
Yeah.
Who hates everything, hates driving, and hates the, whatever we do. But he's still up here in third place, trying to get it done.
Yeah, Cody Miller, perhaps probably the most negative person you will ever meet in your life. Just absolutely despises of everything.
Every decision made about everything.
Hopes every track gets hit by a tornado.
He hates every track, he hates every car, but he's out here driving them. And Caden Henry is on the apron.
What was that all about?
I think he went to the apron because he was trying to avoid whoever was in front of him. He had a huge run, and he might lose the draft. I mean, that was a big time.
That was a big time. Yeah, he's already lost him.
Wow.
That's the thing about these cars, like, you know, with the districtor plates, like any sort of momentum that you lose is so hard to get it back. And these cars, the draft the way it is with them, you don't have enough of the draft to get that momentum back. And yeah, he's lost his group.
And
So,
he was one of the guys that was always making those moves, trying to go to the outside, trying to get to the front. And now he's gonna need a caution to catch back up.
yeah, he was definitely one of the quicker cars out here.
And how about these two up here, the 5th and 6th? We got Aaron Smith now up into 5th. They're in the 3M car, and I believe behind him is DeMonte Dotson. So a couple of guys we haven't mentioned at all now at the front of this lead pack, kind of. It's Josh Robin and the 3. They have been kind of the class of the field this race, really, and the 74 as well.
Yeah, and it seems like those guys have been consistently up in the top 5 this entire race. Yeah, I think what you're seeing right now is probably going to stay this way until we get green flag pit stops. It'll probably remain that way after green flag pit stops until we get probably around 10 laps to go. This is when you're going to see some really heavy racing. As we have one car went really high up track. I think this is Hunter Combs.
Yeah, this is Hunter Combs. He has the damage on the front you see there. I really think that's hurting him. He's going to need somebody behind him at all times, and they're going around him. And if he falls to the back of this pack, that might be bad news for him.
Yeah, I think if he's behind a car and has a car behind him, I think he'll be fine. But I think if he's leading something, they're not going to go anywhere. But I think if he becomes the last car in this group, I think even though he's got all those cars in front of him, creating that big hole in the air, that damage, you wouldn't think would hurt the car that much, will affect it a little bit.
Oh, it does.
He'll start losing momentum. I see another car going to shove up to the outside line. Can't tell who that is because they're running a god-awful...
DeMonte Dotson.
Yeah, that's a god-awful color combination for the car and the number. But yeah, we got about, let's try to see here, about 40 laps to go, I believe, in this race.
Yeah, still another pit stop, still a long way to go. And if we have green flag pit stops, this could really spread the field out. It's going to come down to that pit stop for sure.
Well, we saw what happened in Daytona where we had about a 15-car, 20-car group up there in the front. We had pit stops, and all of a sudden it was a 4-car pack up front.
Yep.
So these pit stops are really going to shake up, this field.
And now Hunter Combs getting a push. He really just needs to continue getting pushed, and they might be able to do something. The damage might help when you're getting pushed because you're a little bit slower. And you can stay locked onto that bumper and maybe get a run there. That's Andrew Jones pushing him.
Yeah, but I think he's going to need another car up there to make any sort of headway. Because, all these guys up here are just single file, and there's just no way. What he needs is someone in front of him to go to the outside line. I think because there's just not enough momentum, there's not enough energy behind him to propel him forward. So yeah, he's going to be stuck in the back of the seat to the 79 of Dotson here. Yeah, he needs to kind of close that gap up a little bit because he might lose his group. Because we got one car here about to go a lap down. I'm not really sure who that is. I think that's Matt Hummel.
Yeah, no paint scheme on the car. I think he was one of the cars, so their paint scheme wasn't loading. Yeah, that is the 86 of Matt Hummel there going a lap down.
Yep.
Not sure. He must have been involved in that last wreck.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a little bit of damage. Yeah, that car was not running a paint scheme, but I've seen his face on milk cartons here in the last couple of weeks. He's been missing, and we like to... Hopefully he will return to NORC one of these days, or just return just to life.
Or return to life in general. Yeah, he's missing. So if any of you guys have seen him, let us know.
There's currently an amber alert out for Matt Hummel. I was last seen sitting in the middle of the track at Michigan International Speedway. But meanwhile, I'm back this race up here.
Yeah, this train.
Yeah, I'm chugga whoop whoop.
Yeah, this looks like a lot of the, you see this a lot in real life too. There's just comes times in these races where these guys just run like this lap after lap after lap. just trying to log, get some laps on the board. We still have 35 to go. It's a long way to go.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're like 4th or 5th in this group, and of course I say 4th and 5th, and the 5th car pops out of line here. But if you're like 3rd or 4th,
yeah,
because I want to get rid of it.
I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, you're not gaining anything at all trying to run the car up there. You're not gonna get to get up there. You have to make so much effort and work to get enough cars organized to get up that top lane. And you're just better off just sitting there just riding the line and just waiting until later on in the race.
Yeah, especially second. If you're in second place, you're not going to move it ever until the last lap. You're in perfect position if you're in second place, in my opinion. So you won't see that happen.
Yeah, I mean, Josh, in the position that he's in, after green flag pit stops, if he comes out in the same place, he has a set strategy. He's going to wait until coming out of turn 4 on the last lap. But I don't know, these cars, he might have to make that move just a little bit sooner. But
and now, as we look, Hunter Combs has actually got no one behind him. That might not be good. Those guys run side by side. They are losing time.
Yeah, I think what kind of hurt him was these guys decided to race each other for whatever reason, and they've lost. They just
racing for 8th. Yeah, I don't know. They definitely have lost him. Wow.
Yeah, we got some more guys who up here think it's a good idea to make a pass for 6 or something.
Yeah, with only 2 cars. I mean, Steen, maybe if they can get something done, but we haven't seen it all day, and
no,
I don't think it's not going to happen. And Hunter Combs definitely has lost the draft now, so he's going to need a yellow.
Yeah, he's definitely need a yellow flag to come out or to close that group, that pack back up.
And really, after that crash with only 8, 9 guys up here, that yellow just doesn't look like it. It looked like it'll happen. But we've seen some crazy things in this league.
Man, we have definitely seen some crazy stuff. Actually, I'll tell you one thing, when the 70 and the 26, when they jumped out of line, that actually kind of helped those 2 cars in the back. It didn't help Hunter. Hunter, he's already toast. But I believe that is those last 2 cars in that group there, I think the 79.
They have caught back up.
Yeah, I don't know how they did.
That definitely helped us 2 guys. And
man,
look who's back on track.
Yeah.
He's alive.
He came back from the coma already, and he is back on track. How about that? Digging.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's the replacement driver in that car.
Yeah, that might not be me. That might be.
It might be Freddie.
Yeah, with a keyboard and mouse.
No. Now we see these 2 cars. They are in 12th and 13th. They did get damage from that big crash, so they're a little off speed here, but just trying to make it to the end of this race. But they're catching Caden, by themselves, and that's for
yeah.
And then there's Matt Hummel of a lap car too. So
yeah. Oh wow, Caden just caught him in a really bad
Caden just
spot.
kind of ran into him.
Really bad spot.
So now they're
whoa!
What was that?
He just turned him. He turned him.
What the heck's that?
And that's gonna bring out a yellow Matt Hummel, Chris DeSong with contact. That looked really odd.
That looked really. We were just talking about how we see crazy things in this league. Well, I mean, Chris DeSong makes sure that happens a few times here and there.
Yeah.
He goes to the outside of these guys.
Yeah.
And he just straight up some.
Yeah, that was a really dumb move by the 63.
I really don't know why, and that gave him even more damage. I mean, Matt kind of, he kind of wasn't really. Let's see if he holds his line here.
I mean, he's not erratic or anything.
Then he moves out of the way of those guys, and
he just got turned. Kind of like it seems a couple more on boards here. On board with Caden.
Yeah. Now see, right there, if he was already outside, he should have maybe just stayed up. Caden just kind of runs into him.
Yeah, Caden I think could have reacted, did a little bit better. Oh, he got a little bit of damage. Yeah, we just see him get turned. Yeah, here goes on board with Chris DeSong.
Yeah, let's watch the hands.
Yeah, well, he's wearing white gloves. That was a bad idea on his part. And yeah, he just turns him. I don't know. Yeah, no.
What a save.
I don't think the officials gonna be all that happy with that, and the pit road will be open. This should make everyone good on field the rest of the way on, to the end.
And I think that's finally the break that Ryan Merritt needed, and I think he will be the lucky dog here.
Yeah.
That's
Look at all the broken cars.
Yeah,
Look
there's
at
a
all
lot
these
of broken
cars down here.
2 cars back there, Mr. Pit Stalls.
Still a lot more that you can be broken. It's not over.
No, it's definitely not over yet.
That caution though, right there, big for Caden and Hunter Combs, even though it got a little bit more damage, but Hunter Combs especially just lost that lead draft. Femi will win the race off road.
I think the 74 will come out of there second.
And I think it looked at 8, might have came off 4th, and him and the 3 are going to be separate. Well, unless the 3 takes the outside.
And he does.
He does. So we'll see if they work together here again to clear. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think Femi's going to give Josh a countdown, and they're going to go. Once Josh gets clear of the 74, they're going to probably drop back down. You see, he's already pushing in. There they go, both of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
they are definitely.
One car back there did not go at all.
Yeah, them 2 are definitely on it today. They are working together, and that's exactly what they wanted right there. 1-2 once again.
It's going to be really hard to break up that group. So I think this is definitely probably gonna be the race to the end. There's gonna be no more pit stops. Everyone's gonna be good on the field.
Yep.
So I think this is the time where I think we're gonna start seeing at least some of the guys in the back want to start making some moves to get back up here.
And Chris DeShong is still somehow in this. He's leading that little separation of the second pack right there in front of Colin Bauer in the orange car. Somehow he is still up here.
Honestly, he shouldn't be on the track right now after that little maneuver he pulled going to turn 1.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
But actually, I'm surprised that the car is still running that well with that damage. Looks like they didn't take the time to fix it. And they're already up there. See, Jarrett Darling just doing his best back there with what's left of that race car. I'm surprised that car got back on the racetrack. They must have put everything they had to put new on there, including a new driver.
That's not really the driver in there.
No. He's off in a different lane. But I see this again. Looks like the floor Ryan Marin has lost the pack.
Yeah, I just don't understand how he keeps losing the draft like that.
I don't think he's had any damage this race. It just seems like it's not going. I don't know if he's just kind of gonna screw them with starts or what. So you take a look back from the rear bumper of somebody looking back at Christian Song here. I mean, that car doesn't look that heavily damaged, but it definitely is affecting that car. Spencer Owens really backed off his front 4. I don't know if he's trying to get a run going or what.
Yeah, maybe. Great run there in 4th.
Yeah, that car's been up and down in his running order.
Yeah, but he's in the right spot at the right time. There's 20-something to go, and he's running in the top 5 with these guys that are up here every week. So, good run here at Talladega for him.
And right now, I think the cars that are in the top 3 right now are definitely the 3 best cars strategy-wise out here right now.
Yep.
They've been up in the top 5 this entire race. I like to know what's going on with Ryan Marion, how he lost a pack again.
See Cody Miller right here, kind of by himself in between these guys.
I don't know, Cody Miller. Hopefully, he might have enough of a draft to kind of maintain with this group. But it just seems like with these cars, you almost can't afford to live with them that much. It seems like if anything happens, any sort of loss of speed, you just lose so much. Yeah, the draft package they have with these cars on here right now is honestly really bad. But we got this top group here. I think about 6 or 7 cars. They're really jammed on top of each other. One car up there going way high. I'll tell you one thing, a car that's starting to make his way back up through this field here, I think that's Hunter Combs back there.
Yeah, there he is, right there in about 7th. And he's got a car behind him. That's important. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, as long as he's got that car behind him to kind of propel him forward, I think he'll be okay. And it seems like with this draft package, I think the car that's behind you is definitely a lot more important than the car that's what's in front of you.
And now that pack that fell back a little bit, Colin Bauer, Cody Miller, them guys, they are actually starting to gain back on them.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get a little bit more organized, and they're starting to make a bit of a run up here. As we got 14 cars right now on the lead lap. Ryan Marin, who's about a mile behind these guys already. And it looks like this group here might be losing in their car. I believe that's a 70
Aaron Smith.
Yeah. Just the way this draft is, that he's the last car back there. He doesn't have any help. As we now got 20 laps to go. He's got help. Yeah, he needs these guys to start racing each other for him to have.
And I mean, with 20 to go, single file, I don't think you're really going to see. Well, yeah, I just say that again. Here comes Hunter to the outside.
Yeah, let me talk about some more Honda and Talladega stuff. Now get him racing.
Yeah.
It worked earlier. But it looks like Spencer Owens, like he just randomly will just, whoa!
Oh! Not really sure why he slid up there, but Deshaun just got into the side of Hunter's there. Oh, man, he forced himself in there.
Yeah, but we've
now
seen...
we got one car all by himself on the outside there.
Yeah,
Andrew Jones
that is 67 again. That's not the first time we've seen him like all the way up there by himself. But Spencer Owens has been really... I don't think he's got any damage. He might have some damage, but he's really kind of pulling this group back.
Yeah, this field has really backed up big time.
I don't know, they're trying to get a run. I mean, these guys are really stacked on top of each other now. And I think like he might be like intentionally stacking them up, get a run, but he might be leaning back just a little bit too much, because I think this group, he might run away from him a little bit. And I tell you one thing, that bottom line there is almost completely clean of rubber now. We talked about that in the race.
You can
Here
tell.
comes a second group.
Yeah, they got a run now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like starting to work there for Spencer Owens. Backing that group up, and they're starting to get a bit of a run. Well, he helped it out.
But, you know, being in 5th place, do you make that move and risk going back to 12th, or do you just stay in 5th right at the bottom? It looks like he's gonna, well, he's getting a push from Deshaun right here.
I tell you what, they're getting a run doing that. They're getting a really good run.
Then,
oh,
Talladega! One car upside down.
Colin Bauer going for a ride down the back straight.
And Cody Miller is destroyed. And Deshaun is involved in another one.
Yeah.
Third wreck today for the 63.
Yeah, 3 strikes and he's out. That car's smoking badly.
That car is done. Man, what a wild ride there for Colin Bauer. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think when the 5 caught this front group, they kind of start stacking up. And I think they all went to the outside. And
oh, man.
Look at that.
Man, look at that thing just fly. It launched that car. Tough break for Cody Miller.
Yeah.
He backs in hard, right?
Oh, yeah. Removed the rear clip off that car. Or the rear bumper, excuse me. But 26 kind of took off like Austin Dillon at Daytona. Like the front just he kind of did like a front blowover. It was a really bizarre looking wreck.
You know, I think Deshaun just blocked him. Yeah, that was Deshaun coming up on them guys. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of like ramped off the wall. That was a strange wreck for 26, but SDS going on board with Colin Bauer here. Like the outside line is kind of stacked up. He goes outside.
He's there, and man, look at that. Yeah, he had the nose. He had to run the outside, and Deshaun just kind of threw the block on it a little bit too late, I think. At least that's what I think.
So I'm more with Cody Miller here.
Cody Miller.
Yeah, and just can't turn down quick enough. And there's where the real damage came from when he backed it into the wall. That destroyed the rear end of that car.
Watch the 26 here. Wow.
And he just the car turned over so quickly. So we're gonna be doubled up before the restart here, and we're gonna be coming around and get 12 laps to go. So.
All the modifieds in the back.
Yeah, we got a lot of modifieds.
Look at all of them. I mean, now with that wreck, you only got about maybe what looks like just the top 5. Then maybe the 67. I don't think he has damage. Everybody else is damaged in this race.
Yep. Green flags back out, and you see the free.
Once again, wide in the back.
Yeah, he's starting in the back, or on the outside line. He's going to come back down right in front of Josh here, and they're going to start working together again.
And now we see that those two have been working together all race. So now, like, what does the 74 in them do? They got to, maybe some guys, 3rd, 4th, 5th, they got to work together. Because it just seems like the 3 and the A, they are just on it today, and it's just them two. So they know they're not going to go with it, so they got to work with other people. 74, 79.
Now we've seen Spencer Owens where he's backed this group up, and they got like a huge run, and actually kind of somewhat caused the last wreck where they got that huge run. They kind of stacked up. I'm worried if he's going to try that again with this group again. Back them up, get a run, and see if they can make a run on the outside.
And I just have to mention again, at the back of this pack right there, Ryan Marin again has lost the draft. And he is on the lead lap, but he has lost these guys.
There's got to be something going on with his pedals where they're not going down 100%, because it makes no sense.
Yeah, that car has been in no accident today.
No, he did it before he started racing. He lost the group. I don't know why or how.
So we got 10 cars in this lead draft right now. The top 10 all have a chance to win this thing.
And yeah, you can see the Spencer, he's starting to back that group up. He's going to start backing them up to get a run.
And now we're getting down to, we're less than 20 laps to go. You know, they might run single file for a while, but it's not going to last. Someone's going to be starting to make the moves.
Yeah, actually, we're coming around. This is going to be with 10 to go right here.
Yeah, here we are.
Now, one thing you got to keep in mind here, we got a lot of cars that are really heavily damaged or going really slow. These guys, if they make their move, might be able to use the lap cars as like kind of a, pull on the drafts to kind of get a run. And at the same time, these leaders can kind of use those cars as almost like a rolling chicane, a roadblock, get to kind of force them up next to those lap down cars and slow them down.
I mean, even and speaking of cars with damage, there's cars in this lead pack that have damage, and they're still up here, though, too. That's kind of impressive for the 89, the 29, and 31. Those, for sure, those 3 are damaged.
Yeah, the 29 Hunter Cummins has a lot of damage. I'm really surprised how well that car is still running this. We have 9 laps to go.
Yeah, he got hit hard on that big one that we had over in turn 4, and he's been able to hang pretty tough. Like I said, though, he's got to have some help behind him, and he's got that. He's got 3 cars. Aaron Smith's starting to lose the draft.
Yeah, I think Aaron Smith. We've seen him lose the draft in the last run, and looks like it's about to happen again. I think the problem is when you're the last car in that pack, you don't have someone behind you kind of pushing you along. And like if any loss of momentum, you don't have anyone behind you to kind of help you get back up. And I think he's going to lose this group.
Yep.
So I think that's going to put us down to, I think, 9 cars in this lead pack here.
So now as we come down to this, we got 8 to go here. You know, what place does the first move come from, you know? I mean, we talked about if you're Josh, you want to stay right there in second. But does John Berry make the move? Does the 79? Spencer keeps backing up. Are they going to all go to the outside and try to make a move?
I think the 74, honestly, is probably in a really awful position right now because the 8 has been working 3 the whole race. He doesn't know the 79 enough to really trust if he'll go with him or not.
Yep.
I think why he's got to hope is the 5 gets his group a huge run. They go to the outside and he gets in front of them. I think, honestly, I think that's his only option right now.
And look at this. They're going to go to the outside of Spencer here. All 4 of them. They're going to the outside here.
Well, I don't know if I would want Hunter Combs leading that pack or not with that damage.
That's kind of surprising, though. I'm surprised, Spencer didn't make that move with them. Maybe he didn't know they were going to go to the outside there.
Maybe they just want him out of the way.
Oh wow, and I think Hunter just that's Hunter just back to the bottom now.
There goes the 79 to the outside.
Oh, he tried to go with him, and now they left him out. Oh boy.
Yeah. I tell you one thing, I think that's.
That helps John Barry, I think.
Yeah, because I think the 74, he much rather see the 29 than he'd rather see the 79 because he knows 29 a lot
All
better.
these guys right behind him. William Spencer Owens, all them guys. 6 to go. And here he comes. Oh,
yeah,
wow, here he comes.
They went around him.
Never mind.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks like the 29 and the 89 are working together here.
Yep.
And another thing we got to take into note here, once we get to 5 laps to go, is the IndyCar and Cadillac rules. Caution comes out, they will race back to the line, the field won't be frozen. And these guys know that,
yep.
So as soon as it gets time to go, you're going to see them really starting to charge.
Yep. And now the 79, who was running 4th whole run, is now out the back of this pack. But still in it, though. Only 3 cars on the outside, and 2 of them are damaged. It's not going to get it done.
No. They don't have good enough cars up and out, and they don't have enough cars up and out late group to really make it work. But really, the 74, I don't think he knew. I think if the 74 got in front of the 29.
If he can get in front of that 29, I think you'll see that 74 go to the outside. Like, here's his chance if he wants to do it.
I think he wants to see if, the outside line to get a little bit more momentum right now. And it doesn't look like the momentum's there.
Oh, Caden.
Oh,
wow. They almost touched there. They did, I think.
He got really lucky.
Really squirrely.
Line
and
he
lifted,
off.
and I think the 79, that lift is going to make him lose the draft. That's how important it is to stay tucked up with these guys.
Now we get the 5 back in front of this group again.
Yep.
5 laps to go, now down to 4 to go.
4. Right back to single file.
Yeah.
Oh,
it looks like Sean has blown up. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? 4 laps from the finish, and Sean Williams has blown up.
He might have been so worried about pushing, and that car had a little bit of damage on it. I don't think he knows what his temperatures were.
Wow, 4 laps from the finish in position.
And what that's done, that's kind of broken up this pack a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Caden Henry and Andrew Jones, they have lost a little bit of ground. It might be okay, though, still. I don't know.
I think Spencer Owens and the 2900 Combs, I think they're starting to back off a little bit, pick him up.
Yep. And we've seen that a lot with Live. Has been kind of backing up the group. And not really sure why that 67 is going high. You should be pushing.
That was a bad idea.
You need to be pushing to gain up that front 3, and he goes to the outside. Caden just, Wise is going to go by him. He knows what to do here.
No, the 5 is going to back these guys up. 74, but man, they really backed up. Now the 8's backing up a little bit too.
Yeah, the 8 is not on the 3's bumper. They got a lap car up here. And Josh is gonna go to the outside. Wow.
Why he's bailing on him. And the 74 is gonna go with him.
2 laps to go, and Josh Robin takes the lead of this race. That's the first lead change we've seen in like 50 laps.
And with them racing, here comes the second pack on the bottom.
And now Josh leaves the 74.
The 74 is now stuck by himself on the outside line. I don't think anyone's going to go with him.
Josh he knows if he was stayed up there, that Femi went back to his inside. Really shocked to see that the 8 and the 74 worked like that, but Josh had to leave him there. Now John Barry falls to 6th.
Yeah, that was a tough break for the 74. The 8 saw the opportunity to take the lead. He jumped down.
Spencer went to the outside. He's got 4 cars behind him, or 3 cars behind him. Coming to the white flag here.
This is the last lap. White flag is out. Who makes it back? Femi's going to look to the outside. He looks down the bomb.
With the crossover. Josh blocks.
That was a huge block.
Woo!
And that's going to allow the 5 to get to the outside. There was
a net code hit there, it looked like.
Yeah, that was a really bad net code between the 74 and the 31 as we head down the back straightaway. I think Femi is going to back off here a little bit. Oh, there goes to the outside.
Femi goes to the outside. He's got to run. He's
He's
side by
there.
side with them.
He's got to go down right on top of him.
6, 7 cars under a blanket here, coming off turn 4.
And he's really pinching them. Here it is,
If
coming
he
off
get
turn
the push,
4 for
he
the
doesn't
final
have that.
time.
Oh, sideways is a 74.
He's
Here
trying
he
to move up
comes.
for the middle. It's going to be a drag
he push
race
the
to the
3?
line. I don't think he's going to get there in time. Josh Rum's going to win it.
Woo!
Josh
and there you go, hard to the wall.
250, and they're wrecking behind him. Oh!
Oh, barrel rolling is Hunter Combs. Oh, man.
As he finishes off that car.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. You know, the 74, when he got sideways there, that lost a little bit of momentum that he had. If he wouldn't have got sideways, he might have been able to push Femi there. It was close.
And here comes the rest of the cars that were damaged. Ryan Marin in that car somehow, well, he's going to finish.
Oh!
Yeah, there he goes.
Well, now
Oh,
that's
wow.
damage. Man,
Wow, that's the fastest I've seen that car go all day. And here they come off turn 4. Your winner, Josh Robin with the
Josh
3 of
Robin.
Femi.
And Spencer Owens there congratulating him. And Femi's going to turn him.
Turn him. Oh. Well, we'll just put that in as a burnout. Oh, he comes back and hits him.
You know, them two right there, that the class of the field for sure. They had a plan all day, and it worked out to get a 1-2. And this is Josh Robin's first NASCAR iRacing win in NORC.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh Robin, he's been doing the iRacing stuff from the start, and yeah, this is his first victory.
He's been close a lot of times, especially on these plate tracks. Daytona, you know, thought he had it this year. Was really upset that he just barely missed that one, but now he gets it here at Talladega. Great job by him.
I tell him, we've seen this paint scheme win a lot here at Talladega.
Yeah.
So it's fitting to see it win here again.
That's the right paint scheme to get it done in. As he burns it down here.
The potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for once his internet actually held up all the way through.
We didn't see him blink once.
Yeah. Yeah, it was meant to happen.
This crowd is so energetic.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him, just standing still, staring. They're like, yes.
Yeah.
Final finishing results. So Josh Allen beat Femi Ola to the line by 36 1/1000 of a second. Hunter Combs in third. John Berry fourth. Andrew Jones in fifth.
Spencer Owens brings it home 6th. Caden Henry 7th. DeMonte Dodson, Aaron Smith, Ryan Marin, your top 10.
We got Cody Miller, Sean Williams, Chris DeShong, Colin Bauer, and Matt Hummel in your top 15.
And round out the rest of the field, James Carombe, Nathan Winas, who got turned, causing the big one, Terrell Baker, Timothy J. Moore, Anthony Emery, and Jared Darling, who RIP. And here's your point standings. Hunter Combs with a 5-point advantage over John Berry, Josh Roman in third. Move up one spot with that win. Terrell Baker will fall back to fourth. James Carombe will be fifth. So, guys, final thoughts on what was ended up being a really calm Talladega race.
Yeah, with the Gen 6 cars, it's kind of you don't see as much as we've used to with the 3-wide racing, but you know, we saw a lot of action too. Some pretty big wrecks today, and just a lot of single file racing. But it ended up with a side-by-side finish too. Them two worked together all race. And another first-time winner this year. It's a few this year now, so good to see Josh Robin get a win today.
Yeah, it was kind of seemed similar to some of the older mid-90s Talladega races where, you know, a lot of single file, not a bunch of craziness, a couple of pretty big wrecks, and kind of chaotic end, you know, run there at the end with Josh Robin picking up the W. And we'd like to thank you guys for watching this NORC broadcast. For me, Jared, and Spencer Owens, we'll see y'all next week for 200 laps at Bristol night race, actually. So doing some more short track racing. See y'all then. Bye-bye.